Alright, the Subterranean Complex. 16 treasures totaling 1,480 Pokos. Really nice payout. If you need to clear the debt, I highly recommend coming here. There's a total of 9 sub-levels. All hazards except water. Biggest threat is going to be a Gatling Groink. And Nintendo Power recommends a 30-30-15-25 ratio. I recommend a 20-20-20-20-20. This is so the blue Pikmin can be used in your candy pop flower. So if you have more yellows or more red, who you'd rather use, sub out those 20 blues for whatever you want for the flowers. Biggest threat's a Gatling Groink. Difficulty is 4 stars. This is one of the harder caverns of the game. At least in the main game. There's a lot of harder ones in the post game, but for main game standards, this is one of the more difficult ones. But that's enough of the facts. Now on with the cave. Alright, Submerged Castle, sub-level 1. Hi, I'm Pikcube. Welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last part, we did the beginning of day 9, and I flowered up all my Pikmin. Hooray for boring videos! In this part, we're going to take on one of the hardest caverns in the main game. And not counting the Subterranean Complex, because I told you that the difficulty of that cavern is unknown. Okay, loyal viewers will have noticed how much I messed up in that phrase. First off, this is not the Submerged Castle. We are not on day 9, and the difficulty of the Subterranean Complex is not unknown. Can one of you guys tell me something? Why am I such an idiot? I really don't need to talk about everything. I went over the stats of this cave already in the bio. I haven't read it yet. But the fact is, what I personally think of this cave, which just getting something to talk about, this cave is actually a pretty cool cave, in all honesty. It has a lot of memorable sublevels, especially like I can actually think in this cavern and tell you exactly what the challenge is on the sublevel. I can't really do that for a lot of other caverns. Because this one's really memorable. Maybe because of its difficulty, mainly just because it's fun. Like, sublevel 6, that's a fun one. Actually, sublevel 6 is just a wreck. But that's what's fun about it. You have to... And I feel like a lot of people actually overreact to sublevel 6. I say actually a lot, don't I? I probably actually do. Dang it! I want to make a specific point to stop saying actually. So, but this cavern is really fun. Okay, now I'm missing saying actually now. Oh my god. It's like when people put in the comments, you'll now notice every time Pikcube says actually, and then you do. Just because now you're looking for it. Nothing else to it. If someone's pointed something out, you're not blinded by what you don't see. I know that's a weird analogy, and in all honesty, it's a really weird analogy. But it does make a lot of sense. If you see something enough, you'll start to not notice its flaws. And it's not because you're just like, you're being unfair with it, or you're not judging it right. It's just because sometimes you just don't notice stuff you like. Not that you're biased, just you don't notice it until someone points it out. Why would you go to the path of poisonous death gas? Come on, Pikmin. That's not even a direct path. Come on. I mean, your AI is actually usually pretty predictable. Yeah, I know a lot of people complain about the Pikmin AI. It's actually not that bad. The AI is very predictable. But the fact that just went against its own rules. They went through the poison when it was not the fastest path. Because that's the thing about Pikmin 8, they go the fastest way, not the safest way. I got the no view route table. That's pretty interesting. But now that I've kind of had my little bit of rage, I guess we'll move on to Double 2. I'd say this video is off to a good start. As far as when videos will cut off in this cavern, I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to be doing an intro or an outro to this entire cavern. I'm just going to be recording it through and seeing what happens. Because there might be some things that might need to be thrown in video, and I won't know it yet. Because I don't like my videos to be too long. Not only because I feel like not everyone has time to watch 30 minutes of content daily. And actually, I also recognize that some people can't watch YouTube every day. And that's why I don't post daily. I post... And because it's overwhelming for me to post daily. I feel like 3 times a week, and having 20 minutes of content 3 times a week is pretty good. That's more than you get from your average TV show. And yeah, I know the co-op videos are really short. But that's just the fact that, if you remember back in the early days of the Runaway guys, when they would update just once a week and they would do a long upload. The thing is, if Epic Mega Man 64 and I were to do that, it wouldn't really work out that well. Just because. We can't. So if we don't record that much content we're together, like maybe we'll record a couple weeks of our short videos. And we actually, our schedules are pretty unpredictable. Like, if you thought my random just silences during the school year were bad, trying to get together with him is even worse because he's busy all through the school week. I can only get together and perform with him on the weekends. It's actually the reason why we hadn't had any content throughout the entire school year. It was just my solo stuff. Now that summer, we're going to try to do a lot more collaboration. Because I personally feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of times my collaborative videos are better than my solo videos. I don't know about how you guys feel about that, but I find that my collaborators I feel like they turn out better. Just having someone to joke around with, having someone to make fun of you, because just making fun of yourself just sounds like you have low self-esteem or getting attention. Again, I don't know about you guys. I'm just in a talkative mood today. I don't know why. Also, I've noticed I've been saying I don't know a lot. Which is off character for me, because usually I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about, when in reality, I really just making stuff up. You know what, I'm being unsure of myself. I don't like that. I'm gonna make it a point to say I don't know. I'm actually gonna... Dang it! I said actually again. Okay, that was actually it. Okay, that one wasn't. That was actually kind of funny. Oh god, okay. That was close. That was also purple Pikmin. There's a lot of things I really don't know bring up my Let's Plays. Just not because I don't want, just because they never come up. And a lot, I don't really want to start debates in the comments. For the whole 7 views this video is going to get on the first day. Probably less than that. Just because of YouTube's subscription feed. But... honestly, I have very differing political views than most players on the internet do. I just don't want to get in wars over that because, quite frankly, if you like my content, I'd appreciate if you watch it, but I don't want people to stop watching my content just because they don't agree with my views on things.